Well, I'm on my gravel bike today, which is a totally different banana than the Cannondale altogether. It has pros and cons. This uses an SW LCD display with a remote shifting button. The Cannondale has a KT, which is a very compact LCD with the control buttons, and it's on a thumb bob right by the shifting lever. So unless you look, you probably won't even see it. This bike uses the same Yosi 500 watt hub I was burning on the Cannondale until I destroyed it and replaced it with the Bafang. But on this bike, 350 watts, because of its lightness, narrower tires, and general purpose, is plenty. For example, we're going 38 kilometers an hour, but there is a powerful tailwind. The Bafang came with a really nice controller that LCD gizmo I picked out, but the controller box is about the size of a pack of cigarettes, and I think this battery the battery on the Cannondale, the 4828 amp battery, would cook it. So I'm going to get a new controller for it. But in the meantime, the controller that came in the kit would be a handy backup should the existing setup die for some reason. I like the KT setup, and the controllers and the LCD affairs are very reasonably priced and available. Get them on AliExpress and Amazon cheaply. I think people on Amazon buy it from AliExpress, to be honest. I just want to briefly point out a couple things about the MILWAUKEE gravel bike that you might find interesting. To do that, I need to pull my helmet off because the camera is up here and I need to put the camera on pause. One of the things I would do if I was going to ride this bicycle a lot is get a dropper seat post for it. But this suspension seat post is very good. It gives a very smooth ride and they're economical. It uses a Redshift Sports ShockStop suspension stem, and this really smooths out the ride quite a bit. Now, it's still not going to be like a suspension fork, which is the primary reason I ride the Cannondale, because the suspension fork makes all the difference in the world. It also uses these dated FSA cantilever brakes, which work by all accounts very well, but let's face it, next to the TRP calipers with 180 millimeter rotors, they're not in the same league. The pedals are, though. These are essentially the same pedals that I have on the Cannondale, and this is a SRAM rival 5034 compact crank, which is very nice. It uses a SRAM rival front derailleur, or rather X9 front derailleur, and a SRAM rival rear derailleur on a 1128 cassette. And again, the Yosi 350 watt hub motor, which I still believe is very good for many things, but if you're going to be in climbing hills and in rough terrain where you need a little extra horsepower, it's just not enough. It also has the same SMP hybrid saddle, which I really like the design of these. Some people don't. I think they're very good. And it also uses a rack time rack like the Cannondale, except this one is quite a bit smaller. These are Smart Sam tires. The rear is a 42, and I honestly don't remember what the front tire is. Regardless, I usually buy the tires that I can fit with just enough clearance to keep everything safe. They also both use the same cat-eye bike computer, which they're particularly inexpensive and easy to use, and when you need to change the battery, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to reprogram it. And of course, the famous Milwaukee head badge. Really love that thing. It's laser cut stainless steel with the beer mug. Oop. Looks sharp. Anyway, this is my old bike. It also uses the same Ritchie VentureMax handlebars that are on the Cannondale. I just really love these, the shape of these, the way they flare at the ends. They feel good. They have a natural grip to them. They just feel right. Of course, there's others, and there's plenty good ones to be had. At any rate, that just about sums it up. The SKS mudguards. I tried to buy these for the Cannondale. I can't even find them anymore, but I really like them. These are nice and long, and they come out over the back of the wheel. I had to add an extension piece. Well, this has an extension piece that clips on, but I had to add an extension piece to mine as well. But in the front, I removed it because my foot would bang into it from time to time. But that's what that little pad is for. It holds the extension piece. That just about wraps it up.